안녕하세요 친구s. My name is Talia, but you can call me Talia only. Continue with the K-missions.
You know what I'm talking about.
This time I'll show you a different way to learn through dramas.
Just so you know, I'm an architect.
I know we both love dramas, right? So I'm going to talk to you about the architecture we usually see on historical dramas. Did you watch some? I'm sure you did. Most of my favorite ones are set in different periods of Korean history. And for this time, my architectural instinct leads me to Silla period. I already invited two close friends, King Jin-ho and Queen Seondeok. You probably know them because they're dramas. Hwarang, the great Queen Seondeok. So come with me, Kaja! The Korean architecture was influenced by China because of close relations. Architecture was also characterized by naturalistic tendencies. It's about bringing together nature and men as one, about respecting the order of nature. In Korean history, Silla appears twice, as Silla Kingdom at the Three Kingdoms period, Baekje, Goguryeo, and Silla, and Unified Silla. They fostered dramatic developments in sciences, mathematics, culture, and religion. But, of course, today we will focus on the architecture and its legacy. In my research, I found the Silla architecture is well known because of the Buddhist influence. In fact, the Unified Silla period produced more granite Buddhist images and pagodas than any other period. Architectural ornamentation, such as roof tiles decorated with floral and animal designs, was of high quality.
Oh my God!
The capital of Silla was in Gyeongju, where we can find ancient historical remains such as temples, stone pagodas, imperial mausoleums, mounds, and castle sites.
Keep in mind when you finally go to Korea.
I'll pick the most representative architecture from each period. Let's begin with Silla Kingdom. Hwangyongsa Temple, or Imperial Dragon Temple. The first part was built in Silla Kingdom and completed in the Unified Silla period by a Baekje's architect, La Competencia, but under the command of the Silla King Jin-ho. Originally, this building was meant to be site of a new palace, but a dragon was seen in this place. And that's why the King Jin-ho preferred to have temple here instead a palace. A place where monks prayed for the welfare of the nation, asking divine protection of the Buddha. Thank you, Buddha. But how was composed this temple?
Let's talk about this.
The longest outer wall of the temple was 288 meters in length, and the area enclosed by the other walls covered approximately 80,000 square meters. The temple was originally arranged in the three halls one pagoda style,
이게 무슨 짓이냐?
which means that the pagoda was in the center of the complex and flanked by three main halls on the left, right, and behind the center pagoda. Only the massive foundation stones of the temple remain in current times. The famous 9-story pagoda. Wait. What is a pagoda? Oh, pagoda is considered the grave of Buddha. This pagoda was the largest Korean pagoda ever built, as well as being the tallest structure in East Asia and the tallest wooden structure in the world at the time of its completion. The pagoda had a foundation area of 565.2 square meters and was supported by 8 pillars on each side and had 60 foundation stones. Not all was about religion.
I mean, yes, but not everything.
And Seondeok is the proof Shilla's people love science and scientific technology too. It's one of the oldest astronomical observatories in Asia. Seondeok stands 9.17 meters high, composed in 3 parts: a stylobate or base, a curved cylindrical body and a square top. Midway up the body stands a square window. Well, looks like a window, but it's the unique entrance of the building. All the observatory was made with rectangular granite stones which had double density strength than concrete.
Jesus Christ!
All the structure has 362 stones that represent the total days of the lunar calendar year. And its 27 stone layers represent the 22nd queen of Silla, Queen Seondeok. Yes! Silla had queens.
What?
Because of its bone rank system.
Bone rank is about an aristocratic system.
On the basis of their hereditary proximity to the throne.
I mean, if there is no male successor to the throne,
Girls were allowed to take the power!
Furthermore, Seondeok worked as a kind of sundial by measuring the position of the sunlight shining through the small window. But instead to mark the 24 hours a day, it was possible to keep track of the 24 seasonal divisions of the lunar calendar. Of course, it was crucial for an agrarian society to forecast the weather. I tell you a secret, or not? This building retains its original structure without undergoing renovation or restoration works.
How can that be possible?
Que alguien me explique, por favor!
Inside Seondeok, the lower section reached a level of 4.5 meters, full of mud and small stones, which gives stability to all the structure.
are you still there? Better you are.
Let's go to the unified Silla period and meet the famous Bugulsa Temple, also known as the Buddha's Life Temple.
Easy boy.
For this period, I'm going to choose only this temple because there are some interesting buildings inside. I'll talk a little bit of them.
Of course, my heart.
Let's start. Bugulsa Temple is considered as a masterpiece of the golden age of Buddhist art in the Silla Kingdom. Encompasses 7 national treasures of South Korea, including Dabotap and Sokatap stone pagodas. I'll tell you a curious legend about the architect who designed this temple, the legendary Kim Dae-sung. This person in his previous life overcame the poverty and ugliness to become a great believer in Buddhism. He also earned enough merit to be reincarnated as a king's prime minister.
I think I'm still in my previous life.
¡Que me pase su secreto!
The entrance to the temple is called Sokyum and has a double-sectioned staircase. The stairway is 33 steps high, corresponding to the 33 steps to enlightenment. The lower portion is called Chokyungyu, which means Blue Cloud Bridge, with 17 steps, and the upper is Baekhyungyu, which means White Cloud Bridge, with 16 steps. All this ends in Jahamun, Mauve Mist Gate. Behind the Jahamun Gate, we can find 2 pagodas, Sokatap and Dabotap. Sokatap, Shakyamuni Pagoda, stands at 8.2 meters. It's the typical square and 3-story Silla style with minimal detailing. Represents Shakyamuni, the historical Buddha. Dabotap, Treasure Pagoda, is more elaborate and symbolizes the Buddhist legend. When Shakyamuni, Buddha, preached the Avatamsaka Sutra.
No, ese sutra.
This western complex symbolizes paradise. And Daeunjong, the Hall of Great Enlightenment, is the main hall. Dagotap and Sokatap stands before this hall. Behind the main hall stands Musojong, the Hall of No Words. This name comes from the belief that Buddha's teachings could not be taught by mere words alone.
Algo así como la frase,
El silencio vale más que 1000 palabras.
wow, I learned a lot today.
Well, not today, but all those days before starting to edit this video.
I never studied Asian architecture at my university.
Not in a deep way like I did with other cultures, but luckily I have some knowledge about Buddhism,
About Siddhartha Gautama, Karma, Dharma, the path to enlightenment, and all the influence that Buddhism has in this part of the world.
but
What was happening here in Peru?
during the Silla period time,
I made my own timeline.
During those years that Silla ruled in Korea, here in Peru, ancient civilizations like Bicus, Moche, Nazca, Riquay, Lima, and Cajamarca ruled the Peruvian territory. We have no drama set in those periods. Thank you for watching the video. Hope you like it. don't forget to subscribe the channel. See you in the next video.